Hello everyone, and welcome to another Let's Play of A Total War Warhammer 2. My name is Medic, I am your host. If you guys haven't seen this channel or watched any of my videos before, then welcome. It's a pretty chilled out Total War channel, no fancy business, let's just play the game and just chill out together. It's been a while since I've done one, and that's for many reasons, which I'll get into when we get into the game. But it's been a fair few months since my Tomb Kings one has ended, and I hope you guys enjoyed that campaign. Another thing about this channel is I like to try and finish campaigns. I know I never got around to finishing good old Mazda Mundi here, but that was because I literally lost a save. So his campaign ended with Sea of Thieves, which is quite interesting if you guys want to go check that out. But we're going to start a new Mortal Empires. Sorry, not Mortal Empires, Eye of Vortex. I was considering doing one of the newer-ish Lizardmen factions, but I'm guessing I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to play Lizardmen. I'm in the mood to play Elves. Now the Elves are my least played faction. I've done the Dark Elves. I dabbled with some Skaven. I've done a campaign with the Vampire Coasts. I've done a campaign with the now infamous Cetra, the Imperishable. I've done an Empire campaign. I started a Lizardman campaign, but I don't think I have. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I did Alariel, but I'm going to start as Tyrion. Literally the classic of the classic. Alithanar is interesting, but I don't want to play as Alithanar. What's that? God, it's been such a long time I played this game. There's new units. So yeah, we're going to start as Tyrion on hard both times. His bonuses are 20 plus diplomatic relations with the Elves, construction time 50 for Shrine of Cain, recruitment duration minus 1 turn for infantry, upkeep minus 50 for spearmen, archers, and silver helms, which is very good. So let's start. I'm going to shut up in the cutscene, so enjoy the cutscene.
Who are the Asur? An enigma to men and dwarfs who know them as High Elves. At the center of the great ocean lies Ulthuan, a paradise created by the Old Ones. But when the stellar gates collapsed, demons flooded the mortal plane. All was lost until Anarion the Defender strode forth. The first Phoenix King vanquished the demons with the aid of the Archmage, Calador Dragon Tamer. It was Calador and his elven mages who created the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphoned the excess magic, withering demonkind. With the world purged of chaos, the Elves took it upon themselves to become guardians and stewards. The twin-tailed comet is oft seen as an omen, but this time its wake brought great peril.
The dragon with 2 tails flies lower than before. Its trail disturbs the vortex.
I have felt a change in the winds of magic.
Then write it, brother. Lead the mages of Safari. Bring all in the White Tower to bear if you must.
Such lore is currently beyond us.
I suggest a scrying ritual in the pool of Isha. It may provide us with the answer.
Such a ritual requires fragments of fallen waystones. Far more than we have.
Then we find more. Make ready your ritual, Lawmaster Talarian. You will have your fragments.
I shall start the search in Lustria.
Lustria?
My brother will search here, in Ulthuan.
Why do you care so much about the greater world?
Why do you not? Stay here, brother. Protect Ulthuan. but I venture beyond our borders.
And while you meddle in far-flung continents, I will ensure you have a home to return to.
Well, I'm not as familiar with the Elvish Law as I am with everyone else. It is interesting, though. The end times came hard on the elves, and it pretty much left them. Well, actually, I think the end times ended with the dark elves becoming the good elves, and I've forgotten his name. The High King of Nagaroth, he became the new Phoenix King, and I remember a lot of people being annoyed about that because they were like, no, and the High Elves were done dirty. But with the recent news of the Old World returning from Games Workshop, literally yesterday I heard out that they're bringing the Old World back, probably because of the success of these games. All of these people will come back, all of the units will come back, which is great news for me because I love the lore of this world. And if you didn't know, basically the whole entire universe and the world where this game is set, Total War Warhammer 2, Games Workshop destroyed it. Like, literally blew it up and started afresh, like 5-6 years ago now. And it was called The End Times. And it ended with Archaon literally blowing the world up. So yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was just thinking. Yeah, they then like started a new whole lore series and their own fresh idea, which is called Age of Sigmar, which was never as I'd never cared much for the lore wise, but this is back, so we don't have to worry about it. So here we go.
Fellow Azure, rally to my banner. Ulthuan is under attack, and the Great Vortex imperiled like never before. The Druki invade us in number. No doubt Malekith or his twisted crone of a mother have sensed weakness in the Vortex. Their attack is blatant. They come directly for the sea gates of Lofern. The seat of the Phoenix King must not fall. Finubar has entrusted me to lead the counterattack. Join my cause, brave Azure, and together we shall overcome. The Druki cannot be allowed to despoil the sanctity of Ulthuan. Draw your weapons, and by Azurian's will shall we prevail.
Okay. So, High Elves. So if you guys aren't familiar with my series, I try and teach you a little bit about the lore of the race that we're playing. But I also try and teach you about the game. This is the first, obviously, campaign you've watched me play. I try and teach you little tips and tricks. So the elves are different than other factions. Their infantry is very strong, but it's expensive and takes a long time to recover because there aren't as many elves in the world anymore as there are as humans or orcs or Skaven or whatever. And they're very political. So high elf factions gain influence as political events fall in their favour, which may be spent on court intrigues and on recruiting more powerful lords and heroes. High elves can spend their influence on intrigues at the court, whispered deals in the halls of power that pull the strings to improve or worsen the diplomatic relations between factions. And we can also use trade agreements to spy on our partners. High elf factions have full visibility over the territory of any faction they trade with. So, basically, we want to be as diplomatic as possible, which I plan on doing. I'm not going to try and conquer Ulthuan by blood. I'm going to try and conquer Ulthuan by the pen. So, mission issued: construct an elven village. Easy peasy. Let's do that.
Shield against the darkness.
So, I've got a couple of mods on. I've got a couple of reskin mods, and I've got a couple of mods that change the look of these unit cards. So we've got some basic spearmen, some basic archers, an eagle bolt thrower, and a flamespire phoenix, which is a good unit to start off with. Don't want you moving anywhere.
At your service.
So let's get a couple more of them. We need to take the glittering tower, and we're going to try and recover this land here. But before we do anything else, let's start our diplomacy off straight away.
You have traveled far to petition the Phoenix.
Can't do anything there.
At your service. Greetings,
Yvres
fellow
seems
Asur.
pretty happy with us, so let's try and get a trade agreement and non-aggression back. Good. So they annoyed with anyone? No, just the pirates. So when you're doing diplomacy, what I would recommend is checking their stance with other people. So let's say I was trading with these people. If they were at war with these people, they wouldn't like if I got a trade agreement with them, which would make it harder for me to get a trade agreement with them. But let's see if we can do anything with these people.
It is good to receive guests of quite impossible.
Nope, non-aggression pact. Nope, okay then.
Protector of Elfwine.
Illyrian,
I speak for the Phoenix King,
famous for their
and I
light cavalry,
cannot do this.
called the
I'm
Reavers.
waiting. You have traveled far to petition the Phoenix throne.
Would you like a trade agreement?
How wise.
Good. Would you like to have a non-aggression
I
pact?
agree.
Good.
Loyal servant. His Majesty's court will listen to your
Let's
request.
try and get as much as we can.
I serve the
Ooh,
king.
Calador don't like us at all. Unfriendly. They're at war with the Dread Fleet,
Your
which is a
kind are not
pirate
worthy
faction.
of a meeting with the Phoenix. Defender
Trace,
of the Phoenix, I
famous
wish
of the
well
White
to
Line
you.
Chariots. Ooh, we might be able to trade with you.
If you wish.
Good, okay. Let's have a non-aggression
Most
pact.
astute.
I'm not going to trade with the Dark Elves. What I'm going to try and do is... Here's the map. Oh yeah, Bretonia's not in it. Oh, we're on Eye of the Vortex. So, Lizardmen and Skaven land down here. Lizardmen and Skaven land down here. Oh, and some... sorry, not Lizardmen. Tomb Kings. And Lizardmen at the bottom. And a little bit of Skaven around here somewhere. Lizardmen, Skaven, Tomb Kings, Pirate Coasts, Vampire Coasts and stuff, and Dark Elves. Oh, and there's some humans dabbling around in here as well. Right. Let's let Tyrion
Servant.
get his garrison going. So, with the Eye of the Vortex, we need to basically... It's a race. Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just sending a text.
Protector.
How long has that got? 2 turns.
Tyrion, heir of
One more turn. Can we get another unit in that time? What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spearmen, 4 archers. Okay, that'll take that. Let's get an even amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Send a turn again. So, the reason I haven't recorded in a long time is because obviously, as you guys may have known, in the span that it took me to do the Tomb Kings campaign, I bought a house with my girlfriend, and we have since moved in. And obviously, when buying a house and moving in, a lot of things
ever
you need to
kill them.
do.
Orion,
Alright, let's fight this.
bring me battle.
So obviously, we've been sorting everything out. Fixing boilers and moving boxes and getting used to it, and just, you know, just chilling out, because obviously moving house is a lot of work, and we just kind of wanted a break. And obviously doing this YouTube stuff and making these videos, it's not highly profitable for my time, you know, but I do it because I enjoy it. I know some of you guys enjoy watching these kind of ones rather than just the top 10s. But obviously sometimes I just want to like chill out and play a new game all weekend rather than spend one of my one days off a week recording. Look at that. So welcome to Ulthuan. It's very, very fancy, as you can see by all like the Let's get rid of that. Ooh, that's zooming in and out. I've forgotten. Oh my god, I've forgotten all the buttons. K. There you go. Very cool maps. Very cool maps. I'm looking forward to when the third one comes out. So let's have a look at our units. My frame rate dropped when I came down here, but that's okay. So here's our archers. High elves are obviously very elite units. I've also got a mod where it puts an officer in the unit, which is cool. I like that. Our spearmen, very, very shiny boys. More spearmen. Here's Tyrion himself with his flaming sword. We've got an eagle claw bolt thrower, which is very useful. And then that's not part of my unit. That's just like a roadside thing. And here's our phoenix. So the phoenix is good against infantry. I'm pretty sure it's armor piercing. And it can dive bomb things on the way. So let's have a nice long front line. I'm going to stick the bolt thrower like here. And protect it. Come on, a little bit more. There you go. Stick Tyrion behind the bolt thrower.
Servant of light.
Archers. Loyal. Archers. For duty.
Go like that. Now I'm gonna. If you wonder what I just did there, so basically, archers have a thing called skirmish mode, which means if anyone gets close to them, they'll run away automatically, so you don't have to try and micromanage it. What I've done is turned that off because I just want them to stand their ground, and this means that they won't, if a unit moves out of their range of shooting, they won't chase it, so it kind of keeps your formation tight. So I'm going to do the same with these guys, which is already on her. And then we're going to use our phoenix to scout. So let's enjoy the scenery, shall we? I do like these. I do like playing as things like the dwarves and the high elves because of their missile damage is just ridiculous. Oops, oops. No. Oh, I messed that up, really, didn't I? There you go. There's all the archers shooting.
Spearmen.
We will obey. Apace. Forward.
We advance. Apace.
Try and encircle them a bit.
Tireless.
Look at that.
Without fail.
As you say. Acknowledged.
Get a counter charge going on. Dark elves versus high elves. Tyrion's in the fold. There you go. Battle 1. Now there's no point in us continuing the fight because it's a settlement, so they have nowhere to run to. So normally what I would say is once you've beaten a fight, try and destroy as many men as possible because they will come back on the map, and the more you leave, the more obviously they'll retain on the battle map, and then you can come back and fight you with them again. But if you destroy as many as you can whilst they're running away, which is obviously not the most moralistic thing to do, but it helps you in the long run. Sometimes you have to be a bit mean in war, don't you? So we lost 20, most likely probably because we shot our own men, but Actually, no, the swordsman killed quite a fair few. They killed 8, so I killed 2 of my own men by accident. So what I tend to do with the first episode of a series is I make it a bit longer, so I might leave it to like half an hour. I have got an SSD. So it's loading off the SSD, so it's not that much of a
glorious victory.
wait, but
Occupy this
now
place.
we're going to occupy it, which means it does.
The gods
The people
are
like
here.
us as much as they can. Oh, we've got some wave fragments. That's good.
Tyrion, heir of an area.
I've got a mod where once I level up, it levels up twice, which is always useful. So I'm going to give him Roach Marcher immediately. Give him Sword Player, because he's going to be a good swordsman. So, what I'll explain now is our goal. So up here is our meter. And we need to get to here. We need to perform rituals. Basically, all the factions on this map are trying to get to this Eye of Vortex to, like, own it and wield it. And you can see them all here. Now, the more they all get of their equivalent of what we call wave fragments, they'll move up in this chart. So we need to get up here before... We need 350 wave fragments. And the way you get wave fragments is completing missions. See? Or taking places where it actually has a lot. And what do I need to do here? Maintain control of one province either by direct ownership or through vassals. So I need to complete a province. So I need to get the Tower of Lycian next.
Tyrion, heir of an area.
Which we will do. So let's end the turn. So basically a province is one patch of land. As you saw, I clicked on here and it had 3 settlements. If I own all 3 of those settlements, then I get basically a buff for that area. If you don't own all 3, then you don't get the buff. What do I need? Rally field. Archive and elven somethings or others. Elven gardens. Let's get one of them. Let's get that. What else can we get? Might get some cavalry. Actually, no, we won't get cavalry here because that'll be a waste of a slot. Maybe we'll do entertainment because we can go all the way up there. Yeah, let's go with this.
Alariel's champion.
Let's go up here.
Protector of the Everqueen.
Can I get any agents? No, not yet. Let's see if we can do a bit more diplomacy. Does anyone like me?
Rest. What do you seek from the Asur?
You don't want to trade.
I serve the welcome. Your words and deeds will be watched if you wish.
Okay, you gave me military access.
A dignified visitor. Such a rare treat. I think not.
Okay, you're -5.
Asur princess. What would you have of the Phoenix King, stranger?
Military?
If you will it.
Yay. We're edging our way closer to liking.
Welcome to our paradise, honored guest.
Thank you.
Absurd.
Why don't I give you some money?
Defender of the Phoenix throne.
At your service.
Where were you?
You may approach.
Defender of the Everqueen. Lord of the Phoenix court.
There, you.
Fellow Asur.
Safri,
Welcome.
how much? I'll give you 300.
Quite impossible.
Really? Why wouldn't you ever want to trade? It's just silly to me. Trade makes the world go round. It's been in our blood for thousands of years. As well, actually, we're not humans, really, are we? With our elves. Uh-oh. That's not good. Now we have to move our army back down to defend that place. So let's go do that. They saw their chance and they went for it. They got some crossbows. Have to be careful with them. Got some Black Art Corsairs too. Okay. Send a turn and see what happens. There's pirates sailing our waters. Right. My lord, we have a lot going on. Let's upgrade you. Upgrade you.
Servant of the king.
Let's head on up.
Tyrion.
If we go up here... see, look.
My visions predict fate.
Can I sneak?
Shield against the darkness.
Yes. Let's try and ambush them. Oh, we got research. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lure them down to the glittering tower because I cannot take on that army and the garrison at the same time. So I'm trying to see if they're going to be silly and try and rush me. They did! But they're trying to fight me anyway. So let's fight this. Let's fight it. So we're going to have to watch out for the dark shards because they're armor piercing. Black Art Corsairs I'm going to focus down with my bolt thrower. Actually, I might get my Phoenix to take on the crossbowman. Oh, I don't want to be up there. Let's go down here. Actually, do I? I don't want to be shooting into the forest though. Let's take advantage of them attacking me. And make a nice front line. With them behind. Hold your ground. Tyrion at the front. Phoenix on the right. Let's put it on multi-shot. Then they get a bonus versus infantry. There's some Black Art Corsairs, so they're anti-infantry. So we don't want them getting close to us. So once they get in range, I'm going to focus them with the bolt throwers. Let's put our... Okay, our front line is on. Speed up a little bit. Okay. There's the first shot. Now the problem is I'm shooting through the trees, which isn't ideal, but some of the shots are going to get blocked. It's doing some damage. You know what, I might just focus them down with archers when they get close. Actually, maybe get the Phoenix to do it. Let's go fly over and start bombarding them.
Without fail. Archers. Orifare.
It will be done.
It will be done. Loyal. Can I be praised?
I'm just doing little flybys. There you go. Let's pause it. Get some counter charges on. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Shoot at them. Shoot at them.
Understood.
I got the Corsairs to run. Let's get the Phoenix to go after their lord.
Acknowledged. Quickly now. Acknowledged. Without fail.
Oh! Please don't.
It shall be done. Apace!
The Corsairs are coming back.
Heir of Anarian. We will obey.
Spearmen. Move. As you say.
For duty.
Luckily the Corsairs don't have shields, so they're kind of easier to take down.
Eagle Claw. Kill them! Loyal. Asher, advance.
Spearmen. Setting forth.
Let's move forward a little bit.
For order.
Apace.
Right, let's surround them.
We away. Onward. For off one. Heir of Anarian.
Let's get the Phoenix out and let Tyrion take on.
For Assyrian. Assyrian guides us. Heir of Anarian.
Spearmen. Acknowledged. Apace.
Eagle Claw.
Right, you can stop. Okay, they're running away. Let's try and kill as many as we can.
It will be done.
The spearmen are going to be useless, so don't chase anyone.
Assur forward.
For order. Yes. Eagle Claw.
Single shot.
Roll.
Yeah, let's go after them.
Assur warrior.
Is this going to work? Oh! That was a direct hit.
Attack.
It knocked him down enough for Tyrion to get a hold of him.
Cain, forgive me.
He is exhausted though. Close. Got him. Yeah, not going to be able to do it. I don't think he's going to get him. Okay, we'll end it. Wow, 120 kills our bolt thrower got. 101 kills for the archers, 89, 60, 60. We lost 62. They lost 697. So I think our pulling back and using our missile advantage worked. And then being Dark Elves, they took the bait. And ran at us hard. Then we'll just load in. And then we should be able to take the settlement in the next turn. We're gonna...
They are free to go.
Yeah, we don't need the money. We'll enslave them. Scourge of Cain. Okay. Is Tyrion ranked up? Battle of Angariel. Decisive. Ooh. The Scaling have come down and started invading. They're basically a Nordic tribe. Look at that. The Calador question. When the envoys of Calador are at court, fractious are the proceedings. They refuse to dip their flags to the Phoenix King, choosing instead to reference Calador the Conqueror, who they say earned them the right to do as they please. Their arrogance is astounding, their insubordination infuriating, yet the ordeal of all hail from Calador, and their magical skills must never be underestimated, nor their loyalty imperiled. Let's pay the standard bearers to obey. Cool.
Champion of the Ever Queen.
Let's level Tyrion up. We're gonna aim him to be a sword master at first. What are our missions? Whole province, Elven town. Search any ruins for treasure, and recruit a hero. Okay, well that's going to leave it for the first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it enough to want to come to the second one. The next few episodes are going to be about 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes in length. Sometimes maybe longer depending on the battles, but hopefully you guys will stick around. Thank you for joining me, and have a good day.